Hey, this is Kaylin, and I'm here with Mr. Rylan Hood, who's returning again from one of my interviews. How are you doing today, man?
Doing good.
Doing good. So, what's it like being a part of the cast of Shrek?
Well, it's hard to say exactly, but I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's a lot more than I expected it was going to be. Because when I went in this, I was expecting to do the actual Shrek movie, but the Shrek musical was in a way the exact same, but completely different in the same formula. It's really hard to explain, but basically that's how I'd have to put Shrek and its entire cast of characters.
It's like the same thing, but totally different.
Yeah.
Got you. So, for those of us who aren't familiar with Shrek the Musical, or Shrek in general, just who on earth is Shrek?
Well, Shrek is an ogre. A very, I guess you could say, tempered ogre. Basically, he grows up with what seems like his parents not loving him, but they do. It's just complicated.
Ogre love.
Yeah. And then he grows up like all alone, constantly in a swamp that he had to build by himself, constantly getting shunned by people. And then he just kind of builds up this like he just kind of like hates everybody to an extent because they've all hated him. And so it's kind of just I guess that's how I'd have to say Shrek is.
Now, you were Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. How is Shrek different from Gaston?
Well, you see, unlike Shrek, or unlike Gaston, Shrek didn't want love. And also, Gaston was just honestly arrogant and cocky as all get out. And then you have Shrek, who's like really introverted, but he hates everybody at the same time. So it's like a very weird balance between the two. And I mean, Gaston is just so. And then Shrek is just over here, just like hates everybody because they've all hated him.
Fair enough. Everyone loves Gaston, but everybody hates Shrek. So what is your favorite thing about portraying Shrek on stage?
Probably because of, I mean, it's just hilarious, really. I mean, Shrek, playing as Shrek is just so, it's not exhausting, but like just, it's hard, I can't put it into words. It's just like last year.
So what would you say is the most difficult thing then?
Probably getting the accent down correctly. That was probably the hardest to do.
That like Scottish or whatever accent
Scottish,
he's got.
yeah. And also the 6 solos and almost 100 lines. That's a little hard.
And they actually took some of those solos away too from the original Broadway.
Yes, it was way longer. It was like Shrek had at least 3 more solos.
Maybe next time you'll get to sing those 3.
I'm good.
So for those watching the play, if they only take one thing away, what do you want them to take away?
Well, it's an old and famous quote, but somebody once told me that the world was gonna roll me, and I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. And someone came along to me and said she was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on the forehead. And it's a very wise quote from a very questionable person. And that's just like I mean, would Shrek just like the honest story behind him is there isn't one. he just kind of like I can understand Fiona how it's like true beauty and stuff, beauty within, and then Shrek's just kind of over here like I'm an ogre, I'm mean. But I kind of have a change of heart near the end. I guess all stars really need all you need to take away from this.
True. Okay, and since we're short on time, let me ask just one quick question now. Shrek, did he prefer Fiona more in her human form or her ogre form? What's his personal preference?
I mean, I guess from a Shrek perspective, the ogre Fiona would be a lot more appealing to him because that's his own kind. But I mean, he fell in love with Fiona not only because of her looks, but because of the personality and how much like her she was to him. That's what I'd have to say.
Okay, good answer.
And so even at the end, when she's not anywhere close to how beautiful she was in the beginning, he still is madly in love with her.
Good answer. All right, well, thank you so much for your time, and good luck with the shows.
Okay.
Till next time, guys. Ah, my legs.
Get up and ride, beautiful world.